drop some a bit of encouragement. Man, stop procrastinating. You know what I mean? Like, we don't realize when we procrastinate how costly it can be, how much it's costing us. As I always say, it's a choice. It's not a struggle. And time. First of all, it's costing us time. Like, when time, talent, and treasures. Time. Like, we are to manage our time well. That's the most important thing, our time, because we can't get it back. And when we don't do what we're supposed to do in that moment, when it comes down to finally choosing to do it because it's at the last minute and it has to be done, which we knew it had to be done 3 days ago, but we put it off because for whatever reason it's costing us time, because what we're supposed to be focusing on now that need our undivided attention now, like, we interfering with that time because we choose not to do what we were supposed to do 3 days ago. So now we added more to our plate where it's now a priority, where I can't put this off any longer because I didn't do it the other day. I have to turn it in now. I have to make the payment now. I have to call them now. I have to be there now. And then after that, I gotta run and do this. I gotta run and do that. Then I gotta call them. I gotta do this. Like, it's costing us time. And because time wait for no one, the time that we have to do all these different tasks today that has compiled over a significant time, because we put off this and then we put off that, and it's like now we have all this stuff on our plate that we have to do right now, and now we are overwhelmed. Whose fault is that? It's costing us time. It's causing us to stress. It's causing us to run ourselves thin. Oh, and we got to go to work. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to do all this today, and we wigging out. It's our fault because we're choosing to put it off. I just made it home maybe about a little after 12 yesterday, after coming in from Oklahoma City, 12 a.m. Because I didn't do what I was supposed to do Saturday. Really Friday, but I'm going to say Saturday. No, really Friday. Because I didn't do what I was supposed to do Friday. I sent the email out, and I just now received the email back Sunday morning. And it was something that I had to do. I had to do. But because they were open on Sunday, I didn't think to check my email. Like, I mean, I checked my email all day Saturday, and still nothing, right? Now I can make an excuse and be like, well, it's because no. Like, I had a responsibility. I knew what my responsibility was. I understood the significance, the importance of doing it. I knew that, like, that was Friday when I got off, that was top priority. Granted, I had to get home to Josiah and, you know what I mean, whatever, but like that was top priority. And because I didn't do what I was supposed to do Friday, I sent that email out and it was just too late. And Saturday, nothing. So I'm like, you know what, I probably won't hear anything till Monday. So I just so happened to check my email last night and seeing that the guy replied to my email Sunday. Now I can be like, well, it's because but it's like, no. I had a responsibility. I knew what my responsibility was. I knew the severity of me handling this responsibility in a timely manner. I allowed my day and the things I had to do get in the way of top priority. So, me knowing, again, what my responsibility was, I knew that by the time I made it home, ate, and shower, regardless of what time I went to sleep, I was going to have to get up at 5 something this morning to do what I was supposed to do Friday. Here it is, after 8:30. I left my house about 2 hours ago. I'm all on the other side. Oh, my man, window. That's crazy. Dude driving a box truck. His whole mirror, not the glass, but the handle, like on the side of his door, like just literally he hit a bump and that joint just fell off. Dang, that's crazy. But here it is. I'm about 45 minutes away from my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, so it's costing me time. It's costing me time. And then, in addition to that, I'm waiting for an email because not only has it already cost me time, this is time I could be at home in my word doing, doing things I need to do for like content-wise and preparing for some things that I'm doing, that I'm going to start doing in a few weeks. Like, I had responsibilities. I was going to clean the restroom today, which I still have to do that, but it's just time wasted. And so everything that I had to do, now I'm still going to do it, but now I'm not going to be done with everything I have to do till later today, opposed to earlier today, costing me time. And I'm praying that God have mercy on me, that because I didn't do what I was supposed to do, that it's not going to cost me more money. So when we procrastinate, not only it for sure, it costs us time, but in some instances, it costs us money. We may think of like $2, $20, $30, that's nothing. Well, what's going to happen when at the end of the month, like $30 short? Well, we would have the $30 if we would have handled our business when we were supposed to. Where we wouldn't get charged a late fee, or we wouldn't get charged for this, or whatever it is, we will have that $30 to put towards whatever it is that we needed to handle had we did what we were supposed to do, when we were supposed to do, to avoid having to pay that extra how much dollars for late fee. We could put it towards that bill that we are now $30 short of. So just being a little transparent, like basically using my I don't want to say downfall, and that's not even including the stress that's coming with this just from this morning, because I had it planned, I had it mapped out what I had to do. It didn't go as planned. It went as planned, but it didn't go smooth. You know what I mean? So these are the things that we put ourselves through when we don't do what we're supposed to do when we're supposed to do it. So stop procrastinating. Like, get better control of your time by doing what you're supposed to do whenever it's time for you to do it. Stop putting it off. It'll help relieve some of the stress that you may dealing with having to do all this different stuff at one time. Save yourself the heartache. Because it's costing us. For sure it's costing us time, and in some cases it's costing us money. And probably money a lot of us don't have, because you think about the people that that are doing quite well in their lives. It is a strong possibility that they handle their business. They may not be, some may be super organized, some may not be, some but ultimately, I don't think success and not handling your business fall in the same category. That's just what I think. So it's a possibility that for us who may be struggling or don't have it, that don't, I'm not saying the people that's successful don't procrastinate. I'm not saying that they don't, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that they don't have those issues, but for the most part, they doing something right when it comes down to their business and responsibilities, if they are much better off than we are, if that makes sense. So it is us who not where we want to be financially, who are struggling with managing our resources well, our time, our money, and our talents. Obviously, I'm not talking about talents, I'm talking about time and money. So, man, let's get our stuff together. Stop playing with it. You know what I mean? The word said, too much is given, much is required. He can't trust us with more, because that more comes with more responsibilities, and we can't even handle our personal matters properly, well. You know what I'm saying? So how can we always expect God to give us the opportunity to bless us with more and give us more, and so on and so forth, when we're not managing well what we have now? Let's get our stuff together, man. You know what I mean? These are things that we can change. These are things that we can rectify. These are things and matters that we have control of. You know what I'm saying? It's a trip how we worry and stress out over things that's not in our control. But we're not locked in and executing on the things that are that's in our control. Let's focus on what we have control of, what we can do, what we can change, what we can handle, what we can execute on. Let's worry about that and stop stressing out about things we have nothing control of. Because the things that we don't have control of, chances are those are repercussions from things that we're not locked in, focusing, executing on what is in our control and what we can do, what we can change, and what we can execute on. Like, we need to shift our focus. Let's start handling our business, doing what we're supposed to do, handling our responsibilities, and let God handle the rest. You know what I mean? Like, it's out of our pay grade. Like, these are things we can't handle or control. We worried about that, but we're not even focused and taking care of what our daily responsibilities are. Let's start focusing on that and let God do whatever it is He's going to do. Because what He actually desired to do for us on our behalf, He can't, because we're not doing what we're supposed to do, what we're supposed to be focusing on, what we're supposed to be handling, our responsibility. We're not doing that. So it's interfering with what He's trying to do, what He's desired to do, what He's predestined and what He predestined beforehand. So let's get on our business. That's all I got. Let's go get it.